Ivan Katz here at the lovely Freedom Center Clark's Run Disc Golf Course here just outside of Leesburg. Today I'm going to play the back 9, 10 through 18. I'm going to talk about what I throw and why I throw it and take you through this beautiful course. Let's get started. Number 10, it's saying 249 feet par 3. I think it's longer than that, not too sure. It is downhill though, but you've got water guarding it, so it's a tough shot. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, not a bad start there with the Starlight Boss. Gave me an easy drop in here with my 86 putter, and that was a true birdie. That was my first shot of the day. Usually it's much more sketchy than that. But a word about this course. This course is very difficult. Par is 63, and I think if you shoot anywhere near 70, you're doing very, very well. I'm doing a video today. I shoot multiple shots, and I use multiple discs. You can see in my bag, I brought 34 discs today. I like to show different discs and what they do. So, do I throw birdies? Absolutely I do. But not every time. This is a very difficult sport. If you come out to this course and you shoot an 80, well, next time try to shoot a 79. You can challenge yourself in this course. It's a great course for everyone to play. Expert, beginner, the whole family. Just come out here and start with understable discs. Start with a mid-range. What's that mean? Well, a disc that has a speed of anywhere from 4 to 7. And the third number, which is the glide, the speed is the amount of power you need to throw it to make it do what it's supposed to do. What is it supposed to do? Well, let me show you with the Starlight Boss. I throw a forehand flick. So, to get a disc to turn over, which an understable disc will do, this is hyzer, this is anhyzer. Right hand, backhand, this is hyzer, this is anhyzer. So, an understable disc for a right hand, backhand player should turn over. If you're throwing your disc at this angle, and it just fades off to the left, it's probably too much disc for you. You need to start with something with a lower speed. Second number is glide, that's how much the air takes it. And the last number is fade, that's how much it tends to turn at the end of the flight path. So that's what those numbers mean. Know them and learn them. Speaking of numbers, write your name and number on the back of the disc. That way, if you lose it, you're likely to get it back. All right, on to the next one. Number 11 says it's 225 feet, but it's straight uphill. Here's the tee pad, so got to get through these trees, a lot of trees along the way, and up as far as you can towards the basket. Tough shot. Now, I told you I have 34 discs today. What are they? Well, in truth, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of in-the-bag videos out there, and just because Paul McBeth throws something doesn't mean you should throw it. No, Paul McBeth has a bigger arm than you, and probably most every other player too. I don't have a lot of distance, and my max distance is probably 280, 285 on flat land on a football field, but it's different out here. So, again, throw what you throw. Don't worry about what your friends or all the pros are throwing. Also, when you're throwing, don't look at trees. You want to look at a point up here in the fairway. Focus on that. Throw to that, and guess what? You won't hit these trees. Look where you want to throw, not where you don't want to throw. Wow, not a great shot with the crate, but it got me on the hill at least, and up from the tee, safe. Not really any trouble blocking the shot, although it is tough at this angle because you gotta kind of come around the trees this way. Can't really go out this way, too many trees in the way. But this is probably about 80 feet away at least. Circle 1, you hear them talk about the circle, that's 10 meters, 33 feet. Inside of that area, you can't jump when you putt, but outside you can jump. So I'm way outside. I'm outside of what they call Circle 2. That's 20 meters, 66 feet. So I can jump when I putt this, although it's not really my style. I don't jump when I putt. So let's see what I can do. This is a tough approach. Okay, so wrapping up number 11, the crate got me started up the hill, but still a long distance away, and I throw multiple discs. I thought I'd show you many ways to go about making this shot, and I did it with a forehand flick because why not? You know, sometimes for that distance, my maximum right-hand backhand in comfort is probably about 60-ish. That was a little far for me, and really I was okay with the distance, but because the trees were on the right, my right-hand backhand at that angle definitely wasn't going to do the job. So for me, the forehand flick was better to go around the other way. And so that's what I did. It's a natural fade for the forehand flick. Give it some hyzer and let it curve around towards the basket. So close but no cigar. Have to settle for a par on that one. On to the next one. Number 12, a 501-foot par 4, starting from the tee pad right down there. So you got to get around these trouble trees here, hopefully land somewhere around here to set you up for this ridiculously tight fairway here. Par 4, very tough. Okay, so the halo air got me up and around, still a long distance and a long fairway there, but it got me up and around the trouble trees here, and this is what I got to do next. Tough. Okay, the Starlight Race. Nice hyzer flip there. Hyzer and flip, and then it goes straight and then fades off, maybe a little S pattern to it, but got me down the fairway and within a pretty reasonable approach with nothing really in the way, so that's good. All right, the approach with the Valkyrie and an easy drop in there, although nothing's really easy in disc golf. Started off with the halo air, and tends to be pretty stable for me. Turns over a little bit, just a little. So what I did is gave it a little anhyzer. I wanted it to go around the trees and then fade, and that's what it did. Got me around that trouble tree and then up the fairway a little bit for my hyzer flip shot with the Starlight Race. Hyzer, and then it flips up. So there you go. This is an 11, 5, -1, and a 3 fade. So it should give you a little bit of an S pattern. That's basically what it did. Turned up, got me down that skinny fairway, and then faded off a bit, leaving me for a nice easy approach with a really fresh Wraith, and it's not very broken in. These will tend to get very flippy. DX plastic, it's the cheapest out there. I like to use it. Breaks in well. The discs, if they don't turn over for you right away, in other words, if you're throwing this disc and it's just fading off, keep throwing it, hit some trees with it, and as time goes by and your arm probably improves a little, you'll be able to turn it over. So DX plastic, it's the cheapest way to get into disc golf discs, so don't shy away from it, and use it. Learn how it throws. You could probably play an entire course with a disc like the Valkyrie. So there you go. Valkyrie and a putter maybe. It's a good idea to start out with just mid-ranges and throw those. Anyway, tough par 4 here, and a lot of ways to shoot it, but that's the way I did it. And now on to the next one. There you go. Before I play number 13 here, we get a positive quote. At least we're playing disc golf. Yeah. And I've got my bag up there. I'm going to sit down a second, count my discs and make sure they're all there before I continue. Okay, number 13, a 639 foot, basically long dogleg right. You can see the tee up there. So you've got to come through these trouble trees and then start curving your way around to the basket. Very important to stay on the fairway here. If you get into the rough on either side, it's going to be tough to get out of. Okay, so I started rounding the corner with the halo air here, but still a really long, far way to go. There's a creek at the bottom of the hill also, something to be mindful of. Tough shot. Okay, so the Banshee got me right here down by the creek. Remember to bring a towel in case your discs get wet. You might even want to bring a floating disc like a Wahoo to this course, any course with a lot of water. But yes, the Banshee got me down, passed around the corner, and then to the bottom of the hill here, safe from the creek, but still tough approach with the trees guarding the basket. Okay, there you go. The putter, 86. The approach shot I just made, Ace Race Sol, and that's a disc that tends to fly real straight for me. Hyzer and then straight at the target. Came up a little short, but like I said, I made it with the 86 putter. So this is a rare putter, 1989 La Mirada Open. You shouldn't really use anything rare. I've been throwing with this for decades, so I'm comfortable with it. Go out there and get what everybody else is throwing for a putter. Get 5 of them, get 10 of them. Practice, practice, practice. That's the way you get your putting down. Anyway, started off with the halo air and got me down the fairway. Gave it a little bit of flat or just a hair of anhyzer to make sure that it stayed the course before it faded. And then the Banshee got me well down the hill there for the approach, like I said, with the Ace Race Sol, and then my 86 putter. Very, very tough, par 4. On to the next one. Number 14, a 309 foot par 3 from just up the hill here. Difficult shot because it's so high up on the hill, and you've got some water down here too. Okay, not too bad with the halo air here. Probably just inside circle 2 or just outside, but got me around all this trouble and past the creek and within a reasonable approach shot to the basket. Okay, so wrapping up number 14, halo air, got me across the creek and part of the way up the hill for the approach / birdie shot, which just frustrated me, as you can see. Many close ones there, but settling for a par and on to the next one. You can just see number 15 right there. It's a 408 foot par 4, so you've got to get through all these trouble trees, starting from the tee, which is right there. Very difficult. Okay, so the King got me way down and a reasonable distance from the basket, though it's guarded by a heck of a lot of trees and up on a hill. But it did its S-curve thing where you throw it with a hyzer and it flips and S's out, and so I don't know how it made it through all this, but it did. And there you go. Difficult approach shot. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so number 15. King with its nice hyzer flip S-curve. Got me down the way. A DX Valkyrie. And I'm throwing right at the basket. Make sure it stands up so it doesn't roll down the hill. And then the putt with my 86 putter. On to the next one. Okay, number 16, a 294-foot par 3. Kind of a dog leg down the hill and around. And a lot of trees and a creek to contend with on the left side. Okay, my trusty old Banshee got me probably close to the circle's edge, 30-35 feet in the basket, but through all the trouble trees, so that's good. Okay, so there you go, the Banshee, and then my other putter, the Judge. On to the next one. Okay, see the flag sticking up there? 399 feet, par 4. Not easy. Okay, the Hex Rakuten got me around these hazards here, over the creek, and still a good ways to the basket though. Okay, nice approach with the Valkyrie, about 20 feet. Okay, the Hex Rakuten, which is kind of an S-curve disc, got me started. The approach with the Valkyrie, and then the putt with the 86 putter. On to the last one. And number 18, 297 feet, but straight uphill. Okay, so there you go. Avenger SS, a nice S-curve disc, followed by the approach with the Buzz, and the putt with my nice trusty Judge. Well, thanks for watching this round here at Clark's Run Disc Golf Course, also known as Freedom Center. Thanks for watching. Don't forget that this is a private course and they would love it if you donated to them. There's a box right by hole number 1, so please think of them when you play around here. And of course, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all of my other videos. Just Google Ivan Katz Disc Golf and you'll see many rounds that I've played all around the United States. And you'll also see certain disc reviews and things like that. So check those out. Of course, if you like cars, just Google Drivin Ivan in any car and you'll find my car review. I have music videos where I play all the instruments. My first podcast on what makes a car special. Check that out too. And of course, thanks again for watching. I'm Ivan Katz.